All right, music fans, welcome. Harmless Dave here on the Harmless Dave channel, bringing you news, information, and stuff I really don't want to share with you, but I'm going to do it anyway because this is what I do, folks. And I do it in real time. Yeah, for people like you right there, people like me here, doing all the most obnoxious things. Since, hey, um, people have decided that they're getting mad at me. They're getting mad at me out there. I must be having an effect. The AI has awoken. It's woke. It's woke AI. And what I'm going to talk about is depressing because, there's a backstory for me and the person that I'm going to share here. He won't remember me. I hope he doesn't. But anyway, let's do a screen share here. And hat tip, by the way, to my old friend Tony the Internet Tiger. He's great. He's just on top of the news, right? And I wouldn't have seen this one. So this is over on the platform known as X. Used to be Twitter. I guess you're still tweeting or you're Xing. Who's that guy? Who is this man? He's John Bon Jovi, ladies and gentlemen. Yep, it's true. So he's at a No Kings rally. This was yesterday. This was posted 15 hours ago. No kings, no tyrants, no sycophants, and no Trump. And there's, look at that, there's an orange. That's very creative. Nice posters. I wonder who printed these posters. So I get it that John is a bit left of center, right? I thought he was just kind of garden variety to the left, but this I think shows that he's really into this. He's really into this. And I don't know. See, okay, so I was going to mention that I got to see and hang out with John Bon Jovi and Richie Sambora back in 1990. It was kind of like a going away present for me because I was leaving one radio station and going to another one. Don from Polygram said, "Hey, you want to go see Bon Jovi?" It's like Bon Jovi and Cinderella and can't remember the other band. But I was back there when Cinderella was on stage. And I was like, I kind of want to go see Cinderella because I liked them a lot at the time. I still like them. But I was having these conversations with John and Richie, and Doug Flutie was back there, and he was at the buffet line. See, because behind this fence, anyway, it was really cool. Every so often, a younger female would climb the fence, and they'd get up to the top, and apparently they'd lose their grip, and you'd hear a thump and a scream. And the guys were cracking up. I mean, I was laughing too. I'm like, hey, I'm back here, and they want to be back here with me, but they can't get over the fence. Good times. It was good memories and good times hanging out with John and Richie and talking about music and stuff. And the funny part of the story was John says to me, "Is that Doug Flutie over there?" And I'm like, I look over, I'm like, yeah, that is Doug Flutie, and I wasn't even that interested in Doug. I think he was quarterbacking for the Patriots at the time, and he was eating up a storm. And John's like, "You think he'll come over and talk to me?" And I was like, I don't know. I don't know. I know he likes to eat. So anyway, short guy too. I'm probably a little taller than Doug Flutie, which is unusual because I'm not taller than a lot of people. But so this is a little depressing. This goes, I think, a little too far. A little too far. I mean, I don't know. I mean, is this really something that people are into? I mean, is this what is going to fix the problems that we have in this country? Is this going to lower the unemployment rate? Let's think this logically, okay? Now, their claim is that Trump is a king and blah blah blah. All right. So my first response to John and everybody at this super duper rally here is, if Trump were a king, would he allow you to do this rally? Would he just say you can't do it? And he would just send in the military. Oh, I know. He's sending in the military because the cities are like very, shall we say, disorderly. And some would say under siege. Okay. I mean, whatever. I watch the news and people say, no, the cities are fine. Didn't they have like 4,000 people dead in Chicago in like a year or 2 years? I forget how many years, but even if it's like 5 years, 4,000 people. Nope. Don't send us any help. We don't need it. We're fine. Leave us alone. Let the people die. Um, so I don't know. I knew John voted for Hillary. I'm pretty sure John was pro Kamala, right? I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure why. I guess he's kind of following in the footsteps of his mentor, Bruce Springsteen. That's what I'm thinking. The fact that he's out there, and what's weird is it doesn't seem like a lot of people notice that it's him. He's got the sign, and someone took a picture of him with the sign, and it's all cool and hip because I'm hanging out with John Bon Jovi. And we don't want any kings. No kings. Queens are good though, but no kings, right? We can't have a. If we would have had a queen, if Kamala had won, we would have had a legitimate queen. Look, the dirty truth actually for all of this is that we're already kind of there where the president has become a bit of a dictator. Biden was kind of a dictator, Obama was kind of a dictator, and Trump, you can make the argument that he's kind of a dictator because Congress has become sort of irrelevant. And you've got people firing off executive orders all over the place. You've got war declarations that are made based on old war declarations from like 30 or 40 years ago. I don't know, people. I mean, the country's already kind of messed up. But if you're going to have a king, right? Let's just say you're going to have a king. The king would come in and say, we need law and order. We need lower unemployment. We would need maybe less inflation. We wouldn't want vaccine mandates. Okay, that'd be a good one. Let me see. The border. I think we'd like the border not to be a sieve. Okay, I'm just putting these things out there. I mean, you can let some people in, but you got to kind of make sure that they, number one, want to be here. Number two, that they're interested in maybe getting a job. Something to that effect. I don't know. There are some things. Maybe a foreign policy which promotes peace instead of war. Think of this, right? So he's complaining about tyrants, sycophants, right? And of course, no Trump, because that's the punchline. But warmongers are cool, right? Tyrants are bad, sycophants are bad, but warmongers, got it, you know? No kings, but Raytheon. Let's go Raytheon, right? So, and you know what happens is when these people think things through, they come to this conclusion, whereas I think things through and I go, okay, you may not like the fact that he's kind of going a little fast and loose, trying to fix things that have been broken for 50 years. You may not like that. I don't necessarily like it either. But what's the solution? Just to keep it going? To let it go further down the drain? So anyway, it's John Bon Jovi, everyone. So yeah, woo, John Bon Jovi. All right. 35 years ago, I was hanging out with him. I think it was like 35 years ago last August. I should have celebrated. There's a picture of me somewhere with John where I look a lot like John Oates, and he looks a lot like John Bon Jovi. So, oh man. So there you have it. And again, big hat tip to Tony, the Internet Tiger, who's probably a big cat turd fan, whereas you know what? I don't pay attention to these big accounts on these social media platforms. I don't know. I don't have enough time. I mean, I've been doing this all afternoon today, And I'm already tired of doing it. I need to go read a book or take the dog for a walk, maybe have a cold lemonade. I'm thinking about doing that. Um, I'm sure your opinion of John Bon Jovi didn't change because of whether you're pro or against or don't care. I mean, the question is, should John be out there making new material, new music? I heard a track the other day, which he and someone else did. He sounds a little different. He sounds a little different. I've said to myself, I'm just self. When are some of these people, and maybe this is his transition, maybe I shouldn't use that word, but maybe he's going to get into politics, maybe he's going to run for office. People would vote for him. He could be the new king after Trump is done. It could be King Bon Jovi. I like the ring to that. king john King John from on high, and he would be probably worse than any of the kings because I don't know. Maybe there'd be free slippery when wet T-shirts for everybody. You just don't know. It might be better than what we have now, but I have a hunch that it might be worse. All right, people. So again, if you support this channel, buy me a coffee, Patreon, YouTube memberships, PJ Rock super chats, all those things. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell for notifications, and keep me in your prayers, okay? Because I don't know what direction I'm going to go with this. Because I'm torn, okay? What's that chick's name? Natalie Imbruglia. I don't know if I'm saying her last name right. I'm pretty sure. But anyway, she had a song in the 90s called Torn. Real 90s alternative, sort of forlorn, woe is me kind of song, which it stays in your brain and you can't get it out. But that's what the 90s were all about. Yeah. All right. See you soon.